Good morning. Happy Monday. We are ready.
We are ready. We're always ready.
Ready for the Facebook Live.
Always
it is
are.
Monday. It's a little chilly to start our day, but
I'm still asleep. Daylight savings time.
I know.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Scott told us earlier it's not bothering him. He's
It's
good.
not too bad.
It's your normal tired.
Yeah,
You said,
I'm
I'm tired,
always
but
tired.
I'm
always tired.
I'm not going to
so-
say he didn't say he was tired. He's tired. He's not. I think it's like yesterday I had to be somewhere at volleyball tournament. And we started play at 8, had to be there at 7, which, you know, take away an hour. I was like, this is way too early
It is.
on a Sunday
Yeah.
morning, so I'm
It's
still
kinda weird
recovering.
how it just feels different sometimes. Like that.
And I think especially hard on kids too. Lydia was telling us, you know, she's
Yeah.
got the baby who doesn't understand the time change for sure.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's that. Well, we want to remind you, of course, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning, sometime between 8 and 9. You can watch it anytime on your feed later in the day. You can also listen to it as a podcast. Just go to inforum.com/podcast and look for the InForum Minute. That's where you'll find it. Also on our InForum YouTube channel. So all over the place.
Yeah. All right, Dylan. Today we're starting out a little chilly, but I think the thing people want to know is, are we going to melt any of the snow that we got over the weekend?
Yeah, probably improve the roads a little bit today just because we have a lot of sunshine and we'll have a higher sun angle. So although temperatures will be nowhere near the freezing mark today, unfortunately, just the intense sun angle will probably be enough to heat up the roadways, those darker surfaces, to get some melting done, hopefully improve the roads because they're not good. There are a lot of icy spots around the region. And of course, with this melting we'll have throughout the day, probably refreeze overnight tonight before we melt some more tomorrow. But we should get a little bit of melting today just with the intense sun angle. Not a lot, but speaking of melting, we haven't had hardly any this year. We're still waiting for that first 40-degree day in 2023. Haven't had a 40-degree day since November 9th.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Wow. It sucks. It sucks.
That's the scientific.
Don't sugarcoat it. I
Yeah, no,
agree.
it's bad. So, yep, and there's no 40s in the 10-day either. Wednesday's gonna be warmish, but
But also maybe snowing.
yeah, exactly. Snowing,
So, I
sleeting,
mean,
whatever it's
so-
gonna be.
But
We could melt some,
We
but we're
could.
getting more.
Yeah, that's North Dakota in March. So
okay.
that's it. Otherwise, sunny, calm wind, pretty quiet, a quiet day. We'll get some melting, improve the roads, and tomorrow will be warmer. So
You also talked a little bit about some snow totals this morning. Tell us a little bit about some places have a lot of snow. so
yeah,
far.
Bismarck is at 92.5 inches of snow so far this winter, which is third all time. To beat that record, they have to have 101.6 inches, I think, something like that. They need 9 more inches of snow what they're at right now to break.
That's a lot, but you know, there's a lot of March.
I know.
left.
Yeah, there is. And for comparison, Fargo, we've had 50 inches of snow.
Okay.
Wow.
So
I feel like
yeah,
we've had a ton, so
yeah.
I can't imagine.
I know. Yeah, Bismarck is beating us by a lot. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's been
wow.
snowy for Bismarck. Jamestown's at 82 inches. Minneapolis was at 80. They're at 80 as of this morning. And yeah, we're at 50 here in Fargo, 58, 62 in Grand Forks. That's what it is.
Okay.
And then there's 58, I believe, in Detroit Lake. So,
Alrighty.
yep,
That's still plenty.
it's enough. It's enough to share.
Yeah.
So, yeah, other than that, quiet day today. Enjoy it, although it's going to be chilly. Get some melting weather. Hopefully, making some things a little better out there, less slick.
All right,
good.
sounds good.
Thanks, Dylan.
You betcha.
All right, today we're expecting to learn more information from police surrounding a murder that happened in Moorhead. Of course, it's a story that we broke for you on First News last Friday. Police were called to the Southview Apartments actually Thursday night around 11:30. It was a disturbance call. This was a story that WDAY's Matt Henson was all over for us, getting a ton of information. When officers went to the second floor apartment on that call, they say 25-year-old Douglas Swenson actually answered the door. That's when he became combative. They said they actually had to tase him. We told you about this last Friday as well on our Facebook Live. Today, we are hoping to learn the victim's name, how he died. Moorhead police have been very tight-lipped on this. We do know that Swenson is being held in the Clay County Jail on a murder charge. We are expecting him probably to be in court today after being arrested on Friday. So stick with WDAY for updates throughout the day.
All right, also today, a man who pleaded guilty to killing someone in a fight behind a Fargo bank is scheduled to be sentenced in Cass County Court today. We first told you about 58-year-old Roberto Garcia last year when he was arrested in St. Paul. He's facing a manslaughter charge in connection with the death of 53-year-old Cirillo Contreras. It happened behind Alaris Bank in downtown Fargo back in August. Police found Contreras' body after it had been left there for about a half a day. It's still not clear what happened during the fight or why it happened in the first place. But Garcia will be learning today how long he's going to spend behind bars, and we're also going to potentially hear statements from the victim's loved ones.
Detroit Lakes, Minnesota man has now been officially charged in Becker County Court for attacking another man with a BB gun. 44-year-old Craig Crosby is accused of shooting that man with an automatic BB gun at least a half dozen times. This actually happened back in November. It happened at a home that, the home of a woman that Crosby had recently been dating. When deputies arrived, they searched the woman's garage. They found at least 6 metal BBs there. They also could see in the snow that some ricocheted BBs had gone outside as well. Blood report later revealed that Crosby had traces of meth in his system. He's facing a list of charges this morning, including making terroristic threats, assault, and DWI. A trial is set for April 11th.
All right, you remember that story we talked about a little while back about the racial taunting at a Jamestown High School basketball game? Well, that's now leading to lawmakers in the state of North Dakota to potentially do something about it and address the situation. So you'll recall parents of players told us that fans at that game were, the people at the game were yelling the N-word, making monkey noises at a black player that was playing. They were also mocking a Native American player with chants and shouts and things like that. So State Representative Jamie Davis is pitching a bill which calls for a legislative study into the roles of faculty at these events. It also seeks clarity on spectator expectations and the consequences for behavior like this. So we'll see what comes out of that.
And this is a scary story this morning. We're hearing now that a Minnesota state senator was hurt pretty badly in a snowmobile crash on Lake Ida, which is just north of Alexandria. And it happened after the driver, who was a 13-year-old boy, crashed into a snowbank. When deputies responded, they say they found Senator Tory Westrom about 200 yards from the shoreline, and at that time he was complaining of some upper body pain. He had to be taken by snowmobile rescue sled to a nearby public access road and then to a local hospital by ambulance. Westrom was first elected in 2012. He is the first known blind person to be elected to the Minnesota legislature, so we're working to get updates on his condition for you this morning.
Big national story this morning. The federal government is deploying emergency measures to stop a potential banking crisis. President Joe Biden actually just did a live speech on the whole situation a couple minutes ago. So now the federal government has seized a second bank. This one's based in New York. Comes just 2 days after regulators shut down Silicon Valley Bank. With each bank closure, the FDIC will work to liquidate the bank's assets and allow access to all insured depositors' funds.
Yeah,
So.
Be sure to tune in at 11. I know Becky Parker will be in and kind of working on an update as to, that special report from the president and what this means for you too. So a big story, obviously, today. I didn't stay up late. I did watch some of the Oscar fashion leading into the big show, but the movie Everything, Everywhere, All at Once scooped up a lot of major awards at the Oscars ceremony last night. And the reviews from the movie people in the building, because there's a lot of guys who really know their movies and their actors and all that stuff, and they're like, that movie should have won.
I haven't seen it, but now I'm more interested to go check it out.
I know, that was my question this morning. Is it actually good? Because sometimes when it comes to the Oscars, movies win that I don't necessarily enjoy so much. But this sounds like a real fan favorite as well. The film was actually nominated for 11 awards. It ended up winning 7 of them, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Original Screenplay. The film star, Michelle Yeoh, also took home the Best Actress Award, becoming the first Asian woman to win that award. Other notable highlights include Brendan Fraser winning Best Actor in The Whale and Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio winning Best Animated.
I haven't seen any of those, actually, so I guess I have some homework to do.
Yes, you do. What have you been doing on these snow days? We're both
just
what were we doing?
Random Netflix shows I click on or YouTube. But all right, now I got something to do. All right, let's talk about the Fighting Hawks, because they've secured their seat at the Frozen Face-Off. It's this coming weekend in St. Paul. They're going to be playing St. Cloud, and if they win that, then I think they're going to have a chance to come to Fargo to play in, what is it?
The NCAA, the Midwest Regional tournament. So
cool.
This morning I was very excited. So they won this weekend, so now they can play in Fargo. Because the whole thing, they do have to make it through, this weekend first. But a lot of people have tickets to the tournament at Shields Arena in Fargo, which is a big deal. It's way more fun when UND is here and playing. So we're going to be watching that game very closely.
And it was a fun game. It was a do or die game. Had to win. Ended up scoring, I think, 3 goals in the final couple minutes to end up winning. So that's really cool when you have an exciting finish like that. Of course, I'm sure Dom is going to be talking about that exciting finish on Hot Mic this morning. You can watch it from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and InForum.com. He'll talk all about the game and the upcoming matchup.
And we want to remind you, there's a great deal going on. We always have a great deal, but this is an even better deal going on. Right now, through the end of the week, March 17th, you can get 6 months of unlimited access to InForum.com for just $2. $2. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Visit InForum.com/subscribe to take advantage of that deal.
And remember, like you said, join us again at 11 o'clock for your newscast. We're going to have the latest updates on President Biden's special report, also anything weather related, and updates to some of those other stories if those gentlemen do end up getting in their court appearance this morning yet. Also, we'll have updates at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 with all of our newscasts throughout the afternoon. And then join us again tomorrow morning for First News from 5 to 7 in the morning.
Have a great day, everyone. Stay warm.
Bye.